First of all, go ahead, dislike the video. I don't care. I'm going to speak my mind. I've been on Twitter today and I'm going to speak exactly what I want to say, and I'm going to say it like it is. If you think that I don't know about shit about boxing, that's fine. But don't just be leaving crap comments. Leave some actual constructive comments and let's see. I am not a fan of Triple G. I'm not a Gennady Golovkin fan. I'm totally put off him. Look, this is how it goes, okay? Gennady Golovkin, people may love him and say he's feared, etc. Let me explain something. Gennady Golovkin, in my opinion, is one of the best fighters in boxing. I think that he's technically unbelievable. I think he's very sound, very good, and he could well beat Canelo. But that doesn't mean squat, because he hasn't beaten Canelo. And I'm going to expose Gennady Golovkin for you right now here on this channel. First of all, his amateur pedigree, right, which has taken place abroad in Kazakhstan, and he's beaten some good amateurs. However, Gennady Golovkin has had a very exaggerated amateur pedigree. There's been several sources, if you look online, that his amateur pedigree, and it's been known that down there they manipulate amateur fighters' records, and they're saying 300 wins and 5 losses. I've heard totally different. There's other reports that he's had a lot more losses than that. In addition to this, Gennady Golovkin, he is 34 years old, and he has had his first 18 fights, right, were one was in Denmark, the other 17 were in Germany against nobodies. That was Gennady Golovkin's first 18 fights. 17 of the 18 in Germany, right? And 1 in Denmark against bums. Why is that relevant? Because let's take a look, right, at the people who every single person is dissing out Saul Alvarez. Let's take a look at the records. Gennady Golovkin is already 34 years old. He's a one-weight division world champion, 35-0. His wins are over Dominic Wade, Lemieux, Willie Monroe, Martin Murray, Marco Rubio, Daniel Giel, Osamanu Adama, Curtis Stevens, and Matthew Macklin. Wow, okay? He's 34 years old, and these are Gennady Golovkin's wins. And he is a pound-for-pound great fighter, right, who's better than Canelo? I don't understand. Okay, let's look at Canelo's record. Okay, so Saul Alvarez, right, he's 25 years old. He's a two-weight division world champion, 47 wins, 1 loss. In comparison to Gennady Golovkin, who is just 35-0, and you've got to remember the majority of his early fights, right, took place in Germany and whatnot. But anyway, right, I know Canelo's mainly fought in Mexico in his early fights, but let's take a look at his record, right, of his past few opponents. His past few opponents consist of Amir Khan, okay, Miguel Cotto, James Kirkland, Erislandy Lara, okay, Alfredo Angulo, Floyd Mayweather Jr., you know, a pound-for-pound king of boxing. He faced Austin Trout, who was looking dangerous when he fought him, Josecito Lopez, and Sugar Shane Mosley when he was towards the back end, but he wasn't as old as he is now, okay? That's Saul Alvarez's record, right? And he's 25 years old, right? He's 9 years younger than Gennady Golovkin. If we reverse back and we look at Triple G when he was this age, who was he fighting? He was fighting in Germany. 18 fights, right, he had at 25 years old, and one of them was in Denmark. The other 17 were in where's it called, in Germany. That is absolutely ludicrous, right? And his amateur pedigree, what everyone loves to talk about, man, that is a padded amateur pedigree. Yes, he was a good amateur fighter, but he's not as good as people are making out. And he might be a brilliant fighter, but in the pro ranks, why has he not faced anyone yet? Now, the next thing what everybody's going to say is Gennady Golovkin would knock out every single person on Canelo's record. That is absolutely ludicrous, okay? So, Gennady Golovkin could probably knock out everybody on Floyd Mayweather Jr.'s record. He could knock out Castillo and Arturo Gatti and all them guys. But what's the difference? Floyd Mayweather Jr. is coming up from a lower weight class, idiots. Canelo Alvarez, right, has fought as low as, I believe, welterweight, okay? He's a smaller guy. He's coming from a smaller weight class. His muscles are built up, right? He's built up to 154/155 pound catch weight, which I'm not a fan of, but hey, there you go. Canelo has fought smaller guys because he comes from a smaller weight class, okay? Yes, Amir Khan was substantially smaller than him, but he faced people in his weight class, the best in his weight class. Lara, Trout, these were the people in his weight division, and he even gave up weight to go and fight Floyd Mayweather Jr. He gave up his weight to fight Floyd Mayweather Jr. What the hell has Gennady Golovkin done? Has he gone up to face, and look, Canelo faced Miguel Cotto. Miguel Cotto was 155 pound destroying everybody. So you can't say that Canelo Alvarez doesn't, you know, he's not willing to move up and down weights, he's done it. So why isn't Gennady Golovkin willing to kiss the ring, go down and face Canelo Alvarez? Okay, in addition to this, he had the opportunity, Gennady Golovkin did, to face Andre Ward at a higher weight class. Did Gennady Golovkin face Andre Ward? No, he didn't. Do you know why? Because Andre Ward would have whooped his ass, okay? And don't tell me that Andre Ward was inactive and this and that, because if that was the case, why was it that Andre Ward got an email, right, and they said that we're not interested in the fight right now? It's nothing to do with inactivity. It was the fact that they weren't interested in facing Andre Ward, okay? Gennady Golovkin's team ducked Ward. Triple G ducked Andre Ward. He did not move up in weight class to fight Andre Ward. They were willing to move up to fight Carl Froch, but even that didn't take place. And I'm going to say that maybe that was because of Carl Froch, right? But they didn't. That fight never took place between Gennady Golovkin and Carl Froch. And can you not see the same discourse like taking place throughout Golovkin's career, that he hasn't faced anybody yet, and he's 34 years old. He's had all these years in boxing, and he hasn't faced anybody. And what he's doing is he's hiding behind these 160 belts, right? Saying, I want to unify the division. Okay, unify the division, but why can't you take a few catchweight fights? Why did you make zero attempt to make any sort of fight with Andre Ward at a catchweight? Why are you not making any attempt to make a catchweight fight with Saul Canelo Alvarez? Where was Carl Froch's significant negotiations? I saw none. I see no attempt made. They haven't made any attempts to go up in weight. They haven't made any attempts to go down in weight. They didn't even make an attempt, I don't believe, to fight Miguel Cotto in a lower weight class. They were stuck on fighting at 160 pounds to clear up the division and get the belts, which, okay, I respect him for that. However, look at Canelo Alvarez. He's 25 years old and he's moving up and down weight classes, willing to fight the very best. He'll probably move back down and face Manny Pacquiao. And what? Pacquiao's a smaller guy, but he's Manny Pacquiao. You know what I mean? He's one of the pound-for-pound greatest of all time. And Canelo Alvarez is down and game to face him. He's faced Erislandy Lara. Do you guys forget that Lara was absolutely... He was the worst nightmare for Canelo style-wise, and Canelo faced him, and Lara was no slouch in terms of his boxing skill. Canelo Alvarez was known to struggle against boxers, but he took the fight anyway. Let me cast your mind back, man. People have forgotten. Did Canelo Alvarez not duck Cotto, and didn't he face Cotto? He faced Miguel Cotto, and Miguel Cotto was destroying everyone. He was knocking guys flush out, and Canelo faced him. So, I mean, I think it's absolutely ludicrous, right, this whole thing. And yes, he vacated the belt, right? But I think, man, do you know what? I think Canelo did right, because why should he be forced, right, to fight Gennady Golovkin after the full 160 limit if he's not a 160 optimal fighter? Canelo Alvarez fights optimally at 154 pounds. But let's just take Canelo out of the equation. Let's just assume Canelo is a damn bum and a pussy. Let's just say that, okay? I'm a huge Canelo fan, but let's just say that's the case. If Canelo is a pussy, right, and if Canelo is a bum, that doesn't mean that Triple G has all heart, right, and he's willing to face everyone, because he's not facing anybody. Lara's called him out. I do not see any significant attempt, again made by Gennady Golovkin's team, to make the fight with Erislandy Lara. Lara is 154. Lara would by far be the best challenger that Triple G has ever faced. Okay, he's better than David Lemieux. Okay, I didn't give David Lemieux a chance against Gennady Golovkin. I never did. Find me where I gave David Lemieux this huge shot where everyone was going on about. I didn't see the hype. I didn't understand what the hype was about. He took several losses, right? Gennady Golovkin was obviously going to outbox him, and I even said it before the fight that there's not going to be fireworks, that Triple G will go into box, and that's what happened. He boxed, okay? In addition to that, there's Chris Eubank Jr. calling him out. There's Billy Joe Saunders now calling him out. Why have these fights not been made yet? Okay, he probably will face Billy Joe Saunders, and he might well face Chris Eubank Jr. But why is he not willing to go up in weight and fight James DeGale and these guys? You know, forget James DeGale, man. He should have faced Andre Ward. Andre Ward was the fighter for him to face, and he ducked him. He ducked Andre Ward. He did not move up in weight to face Andre Ward. What's his name, man? Did Sugar Ray Leonard not move up in weight? Did Roberto Duran not face Tommy Hearns, who was absolutely huge, right? And did Roberto Duran not several times move up in his career to really high weight classes, knocking much bigger opponents out, right? Did Sugar Ray Leonard not go and face Marvin Hagler? Did Roberto Duran not face Tommy Hearns and all the big, huge fighters? Did he not go and beat Sugar Ray Leonard in the high weight division? He did. Okay, did Mayweather Jr. not do it? Did Manny Pacquiao not do it? Okay, every single fight is going up and down weight classes, right? Canelo's gone down a weight class, right, and given a catch weight to Floyd Mayweather Jr. at 152 pounds when he was very, very young. Canelo went up in weight, man. He's moved from you know, the welterweight division to the super welterweight division, and he got up to 155. And okay, but why the hell should Canelo, right, kiss Triple G's ass, give him everything, and fight him at 160? And yeah, he called him out. But for me, I'm with Oscar De La Hoya because I don't think it's Canelo, because I think Canelo will fight Gennady Golovkin at 160. I think it's Oscar De La Hoya holding Canelo back and not allowing him to fight, which is it's a very smart move, and I agree with Oscar. Why should he give his fighter's advantages totally up for Gennady Golovkin, who's not willing to move up and down any weight classes? This is the boxing era. Every fighter's done it. Robinson did it. They all moved up and down weight classes. And I'm not a fan of Gennady Golovkin not moving up to face Andre Ward. I'm calling him out on that specifically. Everybody loves to duck that, but Triple G ducked Andre Ward. Right? Comment section below, subscribe as always. This guy's 34 years old. If he doesn't get a fight soon, man, is he gonna carry on knocking people out at higher weight? Is he gonna move up in weight classes and knock everyone out and destroy everybody at 37, 38 years old? No, man, he's got about another 24 months left in boxing in his prime, and you'll see a decline in Triple G, Gennady Golovkin, and he will be beat by some younger fighters if he doesn't get beat within the next year or two. I think right now he looks amazing, but he's definitely on the decline. Mayweather Jr. has not been at his best for a number of years. Gennady Golovkin is reaching the end of his prime, and he will be declining very soon in the next couple of years, and he will be forgotten about. He will not go down as he won't be forgotten about, but he will never go down as a pound for pound great of all time, because he ducked Andre Ward. Simple and straight, simple and plain. Get it through your head. You can't argue with me on that. He ducked Andre Ward. He didn't go up and face Ward. Comment section below, subscribe as always. I'd rather rate a fighter who's got balls to go down a weight and face Mayweather Jr., who's got balls to go up and fight Cole at 155. He was already fighting there, but you know, Cole was fighting 160 guys, big guys, destroying them. Canalo's faced Sugar Shane Mosley. He's faced so many fighters, man. Even Amir Khan, right? Amir Khan's an excellent boxer. You can't outbox the guy, so that's a risk, because stylistically that was a risk for Canelo. I mean, prior to the fight, Amir Khan was like looking taller than him. He was looking, you know, and there was a chance that he could have outboxed Canelo. And Canelo's faced like all these guys, man, these names like Lara, even Angulo, Kirkland, and yeah, you know what it is, man. Who's Triple G faced? Like, really, I mean, Miguel Cotto trumps, right, every single person on Triple G's record, and people can talk about, oh, no one wants to face him, no one wants to face him, Lara wants to face him, yeah, right? Eubank Jr. is calling him out, right? Face Eubank, right? He'd probably beat Eubank, but face Eubank, right? There's Lara's calling him out. Andre Ward called him out. Andre Ward was the guy who we should have faced, and Canelo even wants to fight him, but they'd make the fight at a catch weight. They would, but is Triple G offering that? No, he's not. Comment section below, subscribe as always in a bit.